Welcome to Fighting Stats, the ultimate channel for MMA fans who love statistics and betting breakdowns. I'm your host, Art C, and I'm here to get you ready for the upcoming UFC fights. In this series, I'll be watching tape and providing my real-time analysis on how I think the fights are going to go. I'll be watching for fighters' strengths, weaknesses, tendencies, and overall strategies, pairing that with Fighting Stats' exclusive UFC stats not available anywhere else to give you a prediction on how I think the fights are going to go and ultimately who's going to win. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Welcome to Fighting Stats. Welcome back to Fighting Stats. I'm your host, Artsy, and today we have a special treat. Robelis Despaigne. He is the Taekwondo fighter. He's making his UFC debut at UFC299. We are going to watch all of his mixed martial arts career here. So let's get this started. Here's Robelis Despaigne. He's coming in at 0-0. First thing off the bat, he is a bronze medalist in the Olympics in Taekwondo, fighting out of Cuba, and that was in the 2012 Olympics. So it's been a little bit of time. After he stopped training Taekwondo, he made his way over into mixed martial arts. So this is his MMA debut at 33 years old. He's going to be 6'7" and 84-inch reach, so he's going to have a super long reach. We're going to watch this maybe in slow motion. We're going to break it down for you. Let's get this fight started. So Despaigne is going to be in the black trunks, his opponent in the red trunks. Here he opens up orthodox, takes a wider stance here, hands a little bit low, goes high kick right away. Okay, let me break it down here. Hold on, let me go in here, because let's see what we're seeing here. All right, so Despaigne right away, he opens up, he goes right high kick right away. Hands low, goes right high kick, catches the opponent head there, leans back a little bit, throws this right overhand right, catches his opponent there. So right away, a big overhand right and a big head kick land. He goes, swings this big overhand right that sort of starts from the hip, keeps his hands super low, head leaning back there, moving forward here. Watch his right hand from below his hip. He throws this right overhand right, gets his through the guard, misses on that left hook. Opponent's up against the fence here. Goes another high kick again, glances off the guard, heads straight up. Look at this here on the break here. Head wide, straight up, hands low. Goes head kick again. His opponent's in here. Could have thrown something here over right hand there, but his head's wide up on a silver platter. Does not get hit there. Here, so he stalks his opponent now. He switches to southpaw here. 1-2, a little bit extended there. Again, 1-2. He sort of steps into it here. So let's watch this 1-2 here from southpaw. 1-2, right? Overextends, hands low. Opponent has that high guard up. That's fine. And steps in. Now he steps into orthodox. Tries to throw another 1-2. Again, off balance on the 1-2. You can see this light lead leg getting lift up. Not the best technique for a punch there. Wide, long hooks there. His opponent circles off. So let's go back to regular speed here. Okay. 20 seconds. That's 20 seconds into the fight. His opponent gets smart here, grapples him. Double underhooks here against the fence. Let's see what he can do here. So he's up against the fence. He's sort of hugged there. He sort of takes his time off. He's not looking to pummel anything. His opponent holding double unders. Not really able to circle off the fence. He's a big guy, right? Heavyweight here, big long wingspan there. Not able to get in on the pummel there. Opponent's trying to work on a takedown or sort of a body lock here up against the fence. Now I'm just going to fast forward it a little bit. Clinch, clinch, clinch. You see he's not circling off. He's not pummeling. He's really just holding out and hanging. There's one rabbit punch there on the side. The opponent obviously is a big guy. He's going to be hard to taken down up against the fence here, but the opponent is trying. Body lock here, body lock there. Still, again, body lock. Looks like there's enough room to pummel, but he does not pummel. He chooses these rabbit punches here. Level change a little bit from his opponent. Able to, again, push him up against the fence. You can tell he's sort of pretty green in these aspects here. Not really able to do much. Again, this is his MMA debut, so understandable. Takes a knee to the stomach there. Again, holding. He's trying to break off, trying to push him off. Doesn't get there. Holding. Left overhook here. Looks like he could have pummeled there. Switches the head position. Opponent here stalling for a good 2 minutes here against the fence. The referee has to come in and break him up. Opponent back to the center of the cage. Now he's in southpaw, goes inside low kick. That one was hard. A nice jab again. Hand super low, backs up, head up high. Head up high again. And it looks like he's like breathing out of his mouth here. Whether or not he's got cage puts for 2 minutes, really nothing really happened there. Right hand here. A lot of single shots here. Goes outside low kick, very hard outside low kick. Jab on the break. You can see him circle off here. He throws this outside low kick. Here he pops a jab, and now he's trying to circle off. Opponent comes forward. He could have thrown this overhand right, his opponent does, but he does not. You could see his head's wide up, chin up in the air, and, but he does not get hit there. I think his opponent maybe landed a jab there. See, he's in close here. His opponent comes into range here. He pops a jab, both hands super low, below his waistline, and then he goes lead uppercut, or rear uppercut here, trying to get through the guard. Again, hands low again. Inside kick from his opponent, outside kick returned. Now he got, again, shoots in for a clinch here. He's clinching up against the fence, not able to pummel, not able to really circle off. Opponent has him pushed up against the cage. You can see him like wincing or trying to like move him, but you can't make him circle. Not really used to this type of grappling. His opponent almost pulls him to him. So now he circles off 50-50 on the cage here. His opponent pushes him, circles him back. 30 seconds left in the round. Remember, the referee had to break him up the first time. Nice knee there from his opponent. 20 seconds left. Referee has to step in again to get him off of the cage. Back to the center here. 20 seconds. 15 seconds. Hands super low again. Jumps back. Here's a rear uppercut lands. A right hand through the guard. Drops his opponent. Even his opponent had his guard up. Wins his MMA debut. Round 1 TKO. So, in terms of mechanics, pretty poor. Hands low. Head up high. Winging punches from the side, but he gets it done. Finishes his opponent there in the first MMA fight. Moving on to fight number 2. He takes on Travis Gregor. Again, he's going to have a 14-inch reach advantage. 34 years old. Now he comes into this fight here at 1-0. So let's get this fight started. Despaigne. Okay, coming in at 1-0, Despaigne here. Going to be in the black trunks. His opponent in the black trunks as well. Blue gloves. Opens up orthodox stance here. Again, head low. Lands a right hand. Lands another right hand over the top. Let me back that up. So his opponent comes in. He lands a right hand. Wobbles his opponent. Opponent goes there. Another right hand there. Tries to shoot for the legs. Right hand on the legs. Grabs a foot. Looks like he almost got taken down there. And the referee stopped it. The opponent... What a quick stoppage. So opponent, well, he's flattened out. Okay, so he's trying to get for a double leg, grabs a heel. Looks like Despaigne is going to fall from just the ankle pick here. Travis trying to grab a foot. And yeah, he goes out flat, but then pops right back up. The referee says stop. And so that is another round 1 TKO win. That was 20 seconds. He did not take a punch in that fight. Again, hands low from what we can see. I thought he would have got taken down just from that finishing sequence there, but again, not the greatest look, but he ends up finding the finish there. On to fight number 3. So now he's 2-0. Now he fights this third opponent here. This is the video that I found here. He opens up orthodox, goes high kick. Pain. Despaigne throws one kick and it's over. Robelis. Here, well, let's watch this here. Comes down again, hands low, catches the opponent, head kick clean, knocks him out. What are you gonna get much? What are you gonna get out of a 3-second KO? So he finishes that opponent there. Now he's 3-0 in his MMA career. Now he takes on the Miles Bank at 35 years old. Again, he has a huge reach advantage, 6'7", 86-inch reach. Makes the heavyweight limit of 264. Let's get this fight going. So again, 3-0. Miles Banks coming in at 1-0. Oh, wait. Oh, two. Okay, let me just put this on slow motion so we don't miss anything. Okay, southpaw. Same thing. Opens up body kick. Lands a body kick. Miles Banks lands a right hand. Okay, watch. I'll restart it again. Okay, where am I going? Okay. Here's Miles Banks. We're going to put at half speed. Comes forward. Looks like he's going to throw a high kick. Fakes it. Miles Banks hands up. Again, here goes high kick again. Got countered. Miles Banks landed a right hand counter, but Despaigne lands a right hook, and a left hook puts him out. So wins another round 1 knockout. So now he's 4-0. He makes his UFC debut. He's taking Parisian. It's hard. He's showing up at the -400 favorite. What can you really get out of this? Everything we've seen on tape, these 4 fights, there's an accumulation of maybe 5 minutes of fight tape. We saw he couldn't circle off the fence. We saw he almost gave up a takedown pretty easily. Miles Banks was the only real one to land a punch, and he looked like he could maybe take a punch, but it was really only one punch. And he goes head kick a lot. He throws punches really with his hands low, hands at his hips there, and he looked like he was slowing down in his MMA debut there, a couple of minutes into it, just from cage pushing. So you have to assume a couple of things here. Robelis is probably not going to have 3 rounds of cardio. I don't see it. Maybe it's a big question mark, and it's hard to be confident. For anybody laying -400 on it, I get it. Parisian's not the greatest fighter, and he's probably not UFC level. He probably gets cut. Maybe he gets one more for taking this fight here, but he probably gets starched. But Carl Parisian he has a lot of UFC experience, right? He's taken some big punches. It would not surprise me if he got beat up here the first round, but maybe survived, took a couple of shots, maybe wanted to clinch up early. I do see maybe some value on that side. I'm just not willing to play it. It's probably going to be a pass for me, but these spots, they won't come along too often. Just you have to understand that the sportsbooks probably have enough the same amount of information as us. 5 minutes of sample size over 4 fights, 5 seconds over the last 2 fights. Really not a lot of sample size to set a line. They just know he's coming in. It's the UFC Miami card. He's Cuban. It looks like a setup fight for him on paper, trying to get the real bottom of the barrel UFC heavyweights here to come in and sort of get beat up. You never know. They try to set up these setup fights, and you never know what happens. Just on paper, nothing really looks good. His technique doesn't look good. I don't see anything that I really like about Robelis outside of just sheer power and size, but it doesn't look like he uses his length too well. He doesn't look like he keeps distance too well. Wasn't like popping any jabs. He's throwing these high kicks, which are, again, low percentage chances normally, but he has a very hard high kick. It looks like even if you try to block it, it will go through the block and do some damage. So this fight probably ends in round 1, if I'm being honest. It could go either way, but maybe we'll take a look at some of the props when they come out, see if we can find some value. But I would tread cautiously here. I'm not willing to smash a -400 favorite here with not a lot of information. But again, Parisian's not really good either, so keep that in mind. So again, my name is Art C. This is Fighting Stats. Thanks for watching. Guys, well, that is it for today. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this type of content, make sure you smash the like button, hit the subscribe. You'll get notified anytime we put out new content. Listen to this. We just hit a massive parlay for $29,000 at UFC 297. That is one UFC after 296 where we hit a parlay for $82,000. That's back-to-back parlays. We've made $110,000. And how do we do it? We use our exclusive Fighting Stats, not available anywhere else. Our exclusive Fighting Stats gives us information, gives us a big edge over the sportsbooks, and tell us what's going to happen within the fights. We post all that information, our breakdowns, our best bets, over at patreon.com/FightingStats. Don't miss out. Make sure you subscribe today. Again, my name is Art C. This is Fighting Stats. Thanks for watching.